Good evening, sci-fi movie fans, and welcome to another episode of the Sci-Fi Movie Guy. This is my first show of 2018, so I really wanted to get a kickoff by telling you about all the great movies that I'm excited about in the sci-fi world for 2018. So at the end of this, I'm going to tell you about the 5 that I think are going to be really special this year, but I'm going to go through all of them, all the ones that I was able to find out about for 2018 first, give you the dates they're coming out. Also in the description below, I've put in all the movies with the dates that they're coming out just so that you guys can have a list if you want to copy it and put it in your calendars. But I'm going to go through each one, give you a little synopsis, what I think, and then at the end I'm going to tell you about my 5 that I really think are going to be special this year. So let's get started. So right off the bat, February 2nd, we're going to have the Untitled Cloverfield movie. So this is a follow-up to 10 Cloverfield Lane, so it's the 3rd installment in that franchise. The thing about this movie that's really interesting is they're doing exactly what they did for 10 Cloverfield Lane, where we still haven't had a trailer, and we're less than a month away. So I don't know if it's actually going to make this February 2nd release date, but I sure hope it does, because I really loved 10 Cloverfield Lane. So then on February 16th, we have Black Panther, Marvel's next installment in the MCU. This movie is going to be really, really special. Really looking forward to this. Then we have Annihilation on February 23rd, starring Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaacs. And it's got the same director as Ex Machina. So I think this movie has some real potential. The trailer looks great. The visuals in the trailer look good. I'm a big Natalie Portman fan, even though I didn't really like her performance in the prequels in Star Wars. But this is a movie to keep your eye out for. Then March 9th, A Wrinkle in Time. This is the movie that I think is going to be the most controversial, and I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not, but I'm definitely going to go see it in the theaters. It's got that fantasy feel to it, so not usually a fan of those movies, but I'm going to check it out anyway. Then March 16th, we've got Tomb Raider. So this is the reboot of Tomb Raider. Speaks for itself. The trailer looks great. The action looks great. I'm really looking forward to this to see what Alicia Vikander can do, taking on that role from the previous Tomb Raiders that came out. Then on March 30th, we've got Ready Player One. This movie, the trailer looks phenomenal. I love, if you look in the trailer, you see that basically you live your life in this virtual reality, and the real world sucks so bad that everybody spends most of their time in a virtual reality, and then there's a contest. So it's got all the things of the makings of a great sci-fi movie. I really hope that they can pull it off. Then we go to May 4th. So basically nothing in April. April's going to be a slow month for sci-fi. And then May 4th, we have the Avengers movie. So the Avengers is coming out May 4th. Avengers Infinity War. I have been anticipating this movie for a long time. It's, expectations are so high for this movie that I don't know if it can even reach them. But you know what? Marvel seems to just be able to keep doing it and doing it. So you know what? I'm probably not going to be disappointed. Then we've got May 18th, Deadpool 2. This was actually scheduled to come out at the end of May, but they just announced a week ago that they're moving it up to May 18th. And basically, that's a week before Solo, a Star Wars story, which I think is very dangerous, because you put out Deadpool 2 a week before Star Wars, you're going to lose some of your box office just because a lot of Star Wars fans out there are going to go see the Star Wars film rather than Deadpool. So we'll see what happens with the box office there. Maybe that was a strategy because of all the problems we've heard. So let's get into Solo, a Star Wars story, coming out on May 25th. And again, we've heard a lot of problems on the set. They had to fire the director, bring in Ron Howard. They reshot 75% of this movie. Everybody is saying the right things and doing the right things at Lucasfilm, but this is probably the biggest chance for a Star Wars flop. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Then we've got June 15th, The Incredibles 2. This is probably one of the movies that everybody was like, why haven't they made a sequel yet? Why haven't they made a sequel? Well, they finally are, and the trailers look great. I am very excited to see this movie. Then we go to June 22nd, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, the Jurassic World movie that came out, I liked it. It wasn't a super incredible movie, but I really liked it. A great popcorn movie, stuff your face full of popcorn, watch some great action, watch dinosaurs. So I am looking forward to Fallen Kingdom. Then we've got July 6th, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, I think this is going to be that sleeper movie of the year. Just so you know, I don't think a lot of people have a lot of expectations for this, and I think Marvel's going to really pour their heart into this movie to make it great. Then July 20th, we've got Alita-Battle Angel. So Yukito Kishiro did a 9-issue comic series and then later an anime film over in Japan. And James Cameron got the idea from director Del Toro, the guy who just did, oh my goodness, I'm blanking here. He just did The Shape of Water. And so he gave this to James Cameron, and James Cameron spent a lot of time developing special CGI just to make Alita. So this is something James Cameron has put his heart into and his soul into, and the trailers look amazing. So I'm definitely looking forward to this summer movie. It could be summer blockbuster. Then August 3rd, we have The Predator coming out. I don't know much about this movie other than it's based on all the other Predator movies. Not really too excited for this one. Then we have Captive State coming out on August 17th. Now this is set in a Chicago neighborhood nearly a decade after an occupation by an extraterrestrial force. Captive State explores the lives on both sides of the conflict, the collaboration and the dissidence. This movie is starring John Goodman. And again, we don't know much about it, but I think this has the potential to be a fantastic movie this year. Then October 5th, we have Venom. This is coming out from Sony. This is where we're going to see if they can actually pull off a Venom movie without having Spider-Man in it. They're not putting any Spider-Man in this, but we've got Venom in this movie and Villain playing the lead. So let's see where this goes. Then on October 18th, we have Andy Serkis's Mowgli. This is going to be his performance capture movie, and he's saying it's much darker than the Jungle Book movie that was released. So keep your eye out for this. Andy Serkis has some amazing movies to his credit. Then November 2nd, we're looking at X-Men Dark Phoenix. This movie looks fantastic from the posters that they have released, and having an actress in it from Game of Thrones, again, her name is just not coming to me right now, but this looks, from the poster and from what I'm hearing, like it could be a great movie. Then December 21st, we have Aquaman. So this is DC's follow-up to the Justice League. And this movie, there is a lot riding on it, because if Aquaman doesn't break the box office wide open, I do think DC's going to wait and see how Aquaman does. And if it does well, then they might continue with the Justice League DC universe that they have. If not, I think they're going for a reboot. We'll see how Aquaman performs. And then finally, we don't have an actual date for this yet, but they're saying sometime in December of 2018, Code 8 is coming out. This is starring Robbie Amell, Sung Kang, and Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell plays the Green Arrow and Oliver Queen on Arrow, the television show. A desperate young man possessing special powers clashes with a militarized police force after committing a petty crime, and it's based on a short film that has already come out. And I love everything Stephen Amell does, so I'm really looking forward to this movie. They actually did it as a Patreon, where they got money donated to the film, and I guess they got 100 times what they needed for budget because so many people wanted to see this movie being made. So that's the list, guys. That's what's coming out in 2018, and I just want to talk about the top 5 movies that I think we're going to see, and then at the end of the year I'll tell you whether I was right or not. But the first one is Black Panther. I think this could be the best standalone Marvel film. I know it's connected to the universe, but I say like Captain America movies, and Captain America Civil War right now to me is the best standalone one, even though it's more, a lot of people call it Avengers 2.5, but I think Black Panther has the capability of being the best sci-fi movie in the Marvel universe other that isn't named Avengers. The other one that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm taking a big leap on this, is Ready Player One. I don't know why, just something from the trailer says that I'm going to love this movie. And I think this is going to be one of the ones that I really think stand out in 2018. Then, of course, Avengers, May 4th. Avengers could possibly be the best superhero movie. This is the one that might finally top The Dark Knight for me as the #1 superhero movie of all time. Well, I just have to wait and see. Then we have The Incredibles 2. I also think that this is just going to be the superhero movie that you love, you rewatch. Anybody can watch it. I don't know why, I just have a feeling. And then finally, I think Captive State. I'm going to go with Captive State as my 5th one. I know we don't know much about it yet, but I trust John Goodman. I trust the storyline. I have a feeling this is going to be the one to watch for. Now, I know normally you guys all think that I'm probably going to say Solo, a Star Wars story, but I am so nervous about this movie. I think this could be the first in the new Star Wars movies that I didn't like. Now, I'm not saying they were all perfect by any means, but this is the one, this could be the greatest Star Wars movie of all time, or it could be a giant flop like the prequels were in my book. So it's not in my top 5 anticipated. I am going to go see it. Of course, it's a Star Wars movie. But you know what? I'd love to know what you guys think. Put in the comments section below what you think your top 5s are going to be for the year in the sci-fi movies. And please, if you want to keep seeing stuff, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. You can also email me questions, movieguySci-fi@gmail.com. I answer them all. I might even start reading some of them on the air and start doing some viewer audience questions, because I've been getting so many lately. So I hope you all have a great 2018 in movies. I'm really looking forward to doing some of these, and I'm going to see most of these in the theater and review them. So everybody, remember, nerds rule the world.